Let's practice lash wrapping. So I am preparing my little sponge here with some classic lashes. I recommend doing this so you have a little fiber to wrap your fans around and practice the actual lash wrapping. So I'm going to use the magic method and my UV glue to do this. You can use this with regular glue as well. I just find that UV glue sets up just so much easier, so much better. So if you're using UV glue, you'll use the same method. If you are using regular glue, you'll just have to hold your fans after placing instead of being able to let go after curing. Let's replay this so you can see step by step what I'm doing. I'm actually doing a bottom attachment. This is where I go from underneath the lash. And then as you can see, I am doing that gentle up and down movement to wrap and then curing with the light. Again, if you're using regular glue, you'll just have to hold it. I actually prefer the bottom attachment because I get the best retention and I can tell if my lash is attached because I can see that it's pushing against the natural lash and attaching. You can see that the base is parallel, it's nice and slim, and it's attached perfectly to the lash so that this will maintain the best retention. This next attachment method is the top attachment. This is where you will apply the lash fan to the top of the natural lash. And you can see that I'm wiggling up and down before I cure. And then I let go, making sure that it is attached fully. I gave a little tug test. You can see that it is attached. Let's show this. So this one I attached and it actually didn't go parallel, but I wanted to show you that although I had it wrapped and although that it was cured in place, this I probably would have to remove because the base of the lash didn't get attached parallel to the natural lash. So this would cause issues like retention issues. It could also cause some issues with just the client feeling that base poking into them. This next attachment style is the side attachment. So this is where we're going to go to the side, parallel to the lash, do the up and down movement until it wraps, cure, and let go. This I find sometimes I have to do this either on the outer corner, inner corner, or just sometimes when the lash just is weird and I just can't feel like I can get a top or a bottom attachment. Just remember a parallel attachment is a good attachment. So don't worry about should I do it from the top, the bottom, or the side. Just get it attached parallel to the natural lash. Let's look at this up close. So I was going to try and go in on this right side, but I felt like I was catching on my little lash magic wrap. So I decided to come in from the left side, and you can just see those up and down movements to get the lash wrapped around the natural lash. And when I feel like it's a good attachment, I cure and then let go. So this is the side attachment. Now we are going to practice wrapping the fan with each of the 6 different lash fanning techniques. So you're going to do 5 2D fans, 5 3D fans, 5 4D fans, 5 5D fans, and 5 6D fans wrapped. You're going to do bottom attachment, top attachment, and side attachment for all of these as well. Just kind of mix and match until you feel comfortable so that you feel confident making fans and attaching so that when you take your model, so that you know which fanning method and fanning attachment you prefer. The second piece to our lash wrapping practice is we are going to use a hair fiber, just a hair off the top of your head, that we are going to tape over an open expanse. So I'm using the lid off of my lash palette tray. You can use a cup, a paper cup, anything like that. And we're just going to tape it taut. And this will help you learn how to wrap over a natural fiber versus a synthetic fiber. Because sometimes gluing to a synthetic fiber with a synthetic fiber can be difficult and sometimes not as accurate of a representation as lashing a real human hair would be. I recommend practicing all of the fanning styles, but if you are leaning towards one versus another, then I would practice that one the most because that is probably the style that you are going to use when you are lashing on your model and clients. This will help you with wrapping. This will help you with attachment. so that you can feel confident when you take your model that you are ready to start volume lashing on your client. So pause this, practice as much as you can. You can do as many hairs as you want, use it as much as possible, rewatch this as many times as possible so that you can feel confident with lash wrapping.